On a crisp morning in San Francisco, March 10th, 2023, the serene elegance of Pacific Heights was shattered by the piercing wail of police sirens. Red and blue lights danced across the facades of million-dollar Victorian homes, where tech moguls and celebrities lived in curated privacy. Neighbors, unaccustomed to such disruption, peered through their windows, whispering questions. What could disturb this enclave of wealth and prestige? The chaos wasn't in Pacific Heights itself, but a few miles away at a sleek luxury apartment building in Nob Hill. Yellow police tape cordoned off Unit 512, a two-bedroom haven with sweeping views of the San Francisco Bay. Inside, detectives found a scene of chilling violence. Overturned furniture, shattered glass, and dark bloodstains seeping into the pristine white carpet. Detective Maria Lopez, a veteran of San Francisco's homicide unit, stood in the doorway, her seasoned eyes scanning the wreckage. Sometimes, she later told reporters, the most shocking crimes happen between people who seem to have it all. This is the story of Dr. Sophia Bennett, a brilliant neurosurgeon whose hands saved lives, and Vikram Patel, an ambitious young immigrant chasing the American dream. Their secret affair, born in the high-stakes world of medicine, would unravel their carefully constructed lives and end in a tragedy that left San Francisco reeling. Stay with us as we uncover the hidden truths behind this heartbreaking case. Welcome to True Crime Vault HQ, where we dive deep into the cases that captivate and haunt us. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss a moment of this story. San Francisco, 2023. A city of dreamers and doers, where Silicon Valley's billions meet historic charm. Pacific Heights, with its grand mansions and bay views, is the crown jewel of this world, a neighborhood where tech moguls, artists, and old money coexist in polished harmony. Nob Hill, just a short drive away, blends urban sophistication with artistic flair, its luxury apartments home to the city's rising stars. This is a place where appearances are currency, and perfection is non-negotiable. But beneath the surface of gala invitations and architectural magazines, San Francisco harbors secrets. In the spring of 2023, one such secret would erupt, exposing the fragility of even the most enviable lives. Dr. Sophia Bennett was a name that echoed through San Francisco's medical elite. At 29, she was the youngest attending neurosurgeon at UCSF Medical Center, a hospital renowned for pushing boundaries. Her pioneering technique for removing inoperable brain tumors had saved patients others deemed hopeless, earning her a spot on Forbes' 30 Under 30 list in 2022. Sophia didn't just operate, said Dr. Emily Carter, a colleague. She performed miracles. Her hands were steady as stone. Raised in Portland, Oregon, Sophia's brilliance was evident early. She entered Stanford Medical School at 18, graduated at 21, and blazed through residency and a Johns Hopkins fellowship. By 2022, UCSF had lured her to San Francisco with a lucrative offer and a platform to change neurosurgery. Media outlets couldn't get enough of the poised, blue-eyed surgeon who balanced beauty and genius. But for Sophia, the spotlight was a double-edged sword. Every accolade came with scrutiny, every success with the expectation of flawlessness. Being the best isn't enough, she once told a friend. You have to look the best, too. Sophia's public image was cemented by her marriage to James Thornton, a 52-year-old corporate attorney whose clients shaped Silicon Valley and Hollywood. Their 2020 wedding, set against Napa Valley's rolling hills, was a media darling, featured in Vogue as the union of intellect and influence. Their Pacific Heights home, a 7,000-square-foot masterpiece of modern design, graced Architectural Digest pages. At galas, they were magnetic. Sophia's vibrancy paired with James's seasoned authority. James's teenage children, Emma and Ethan, from his first marriage, called Sophia their cool stepmom, bridging the 23-year age gap with ease. But behind the curated photos, Sophia felt the strain of being Mrs. Thornton. James loved showing her off, said Dr. Sarah Chun, a close colleague. But privately, he wanted her to prioritize his world. James expected Sophia at his firm's dinners, even after her 18-hour shifts. He praised her publicly but bristled when her star outshone his. In the war, I'm in control, Sophia confided to Sarah. At home, I'm walking 2 steps behind. The pressure to maintain this perfect facade was suffocating, setting the stage for a rebellion neither she nor James could predict. Vikram Patel's story began world away, in Mumbai's bustling middle-class neighborhoods. Raised by a government accountant father and a schoolteacher mother, Vikram was taught that education was his ticket to a better life. He excelled, earning scholarships that took him to UCLA for a master's in healthcare administration. By 2022, at 26, he landed a coveted role at UCSF's neurosurgery department, a triumph he shared with his parents via weekly video calls. My mother always ends with the same question, Vikram told his roommate, Ariv. When will I settle down with a nice Indian girl? Living in a cramped Mission District apartment with 2 other Indian expatriates, Vikram straddled 2 worlds. Weekends were filled with cultural festivals and homemade biryani, preserving ties to his roots. At UCSF, his efficiency and charm won over doctors who rarely noticed administrators. Vikram could make the impossible happen, said his supervisor, Dr. Rajesh Kumar. Yet, beneath his success, Vikram felt adrift in San Francisco's fast-paced culture. Dating apps led to shallow connections. Indian women sought tradition, while American women often fetishized his background. I want to be seen for my mind, he told Ariv, not as someone's idea of an Indian man. Caught between his family's expectations and his own ambitions, Vikram was searching for a place to belong. January 12, 2023, marked the moment 2 worlds collided. A multi-car pileup on the Bay Bridge flooded UCSF's ER with critical patients, triggering a mass casualty protocol. Sophia, exhausted from a 14-hour shift, was about to leave when the call came. She raced back to the surgical floor, her focus razor-sharp. Vikram, meanwhile, was summoned to coordinate resources, OR's staff, equipment. In the chaos, their paths crossed. We need 3 OR staff now, Sophia ordered, tying her hair back. Vikram, calm under pressure, replied, Done, Dr. Bennett. ORs 4, 5, and 6 are ready. Anesthesiologists are en route. Sophia paused, struck by his foresight. You're ahead of me, she said, a rare note of admiration in her voice. Vikram Patel, he introduced himself, their eyes locking briefly before the crisis pulled them apart. All night, as Sophia saved lives in surgery, Vikram ensured her needs were met, blood units delivered, equipment prepped, red tape erased. By 4 a.m., the storm had passed, leaving a hospital humming with relief. Their collaboration had been seamless, a dance of competence neither could ignore. In the stillness of UCSF's cafeteria, Sophia found Vikram poring over staffing charts. She slid a coffee across the table. We haven't officially met, she said. You were incredible tonight. Just my job, Vikram replied, but his smile betrayed his pride. Your craniotomy was the talk of the floor. For an hour, they talked. About India's overburdened hospitals, America's relentless pace, their shared love of Mozart and spicy food. Sophia laughed freely, a rarity in her high-stakes life. Vikram felt seen, not as an outsider, but as an equal. We've worked together for months, Sophia mused. Yet this feels like the first time we've talked. Crises strip away the masks, Vikram said, his words carrying unspoken weight. The conversation lingered in their minds, a spark neither dared name. In the weeks that followed, Sophia sought Vikram out, casual questions about schedules, a nod in the hall. Their interactions were professional, but the air between them crackled. When UCSF launched a workflow redesign for neurosurgery, Sophia championed Vikram for the administrative lead. His ideas could revolutionize efficiency, she told Dr. Kumar, her tone measured but her intent clear. The project meant late meetings, shared documents, and a proximity that blurred lines. Their meetings grew frequent, twice weekly, turning daily. In Sophia's office, they pored over floor plans, their shoulders inches apart. In Mumbai, doctors and administrators don't collaborate like this, Vikram said, testing the waters. Too hierarchical. And here, Sophia asked, her pen pausing. Here it's freeing, he replied, his gaze lingering. One evening, reaching for the same blueprint, their fingers touched. Neither pulled away. The moment was a spark in a powder keg. Over dinner at a discreet Nob Hill bistro, far from UCSF, Sophia opened up. James collects people like art, she said, her voice low. I'm his prize, not his partner. Vikram leaned forward. You're not a prize to be shown off. You're extraordinary. In the restaurant's shadowy parking lot, Sophia hesitated by her car. I should go, she said, unmoving. Vikram stepped closer. You should. Their kiss was electric, a line crossed with no turning back. This is wrong, Sophia whispered, breathless. Probably, Vikram agreed, but the pull was too strong. 3 days later, they met again, pretense fading. What began as a fleeting moment was becoming a dangerous obsession. By February, their affair demanded secrecy and structure. Sophia, using her personal wealth, leased a Nob Hill apartment through a shell company. Its bay views a world away from Pacific Heights and UCSF. They crafted a system, burner phones, code phrases, Thompson numbers to cancel, Johnson protocol to meet, and alibis. Sophia told James she joined a neuro-oncology research group with evening meetings. Vikram claimed extra projects for promotion. Their lives were meticulous, woven with truth. Rules were set. No overnights, no public outings, strict time limits. But passion defied logic. Just one drink stretched into hours. The apartment became their refuge, where Sophia shed Dr. Bennett's armor and Vikram escaped his family's expectations. This would destroy my parents, Vikram admitted one night, holding her. But you make me feel alive. Sophia traced his jaw. We're two people out there, professionals dutiful. And here we're us. The secrecy fueled their bond, each stolen moment a defiance of the worlds that bound them. But every secret carries a cost, and theirs was about to grow. By March, the Nob Hill apartment was more than a hideaway. It was a second life. Sophia furnished it with luxury linens. Vikram cooked his mother's recipes, the air rich with cumin and cardamom. Their books mingled on shelves, a snapshot of them, taken in a rare, reckless moment, sat by the bed. This feels more real than my actual home, Vikram told Sophia, his voice soft. Their caution eroded. They dined in Sausalito, strolled along Half Moon Bay, each risk normalizing the next. Sophia's spending betrayed them. A $15,000 Rolex for Vikram. Men's clothing in his size. Hotel charges from a Santa Barbara weekend. You don't need to buy me things, Vikram said, uneasy. I want to, Sophia insisted, but the receipts were breadcrumbs. Their digital trail was worse. Burner phones used during work hours, location data pinning them to Nob Hill, email reservations piling up. The apartment's doorman recognized them, security cameras capturing their arrivals. They were no longer ghosts. Outside their sanctuary, the world pressed in. Vikram's parents escalated their matchmaking, arranging a video call with a Mumbai software engineer. She's perfect for you, his mother beamed. Time to start a family. Vikram deflected, but the clash between his heritage and his reality gnawed at him. At UCSF, rumors swirled. Dr. Rajesh Kumar summoned Sophia. There's talk of an inappropriate relationship with a subordinate, he said, eyes stern. Our ethics policy is clear. Sophia denied it, her face a mask, but her heart raced. James, consumed by a tech CEO's espionage case, was distracted but not blind. Another late meeting? He asked, skeptical. Sophia's lies grew complex. The research group's grant is due. Her alibis held, but barely. The affair's secrecy, once thrilling, was now a constant strain, yet neither could let go. You're my escape, Sophia told Vikram, her voice raw. In your mind, he replied, but escape was a fantasy with an expiration date. Their recklessness grew. Texts flew during surgeries, meetings, even galas. Location data mapped their secret world. Nob Hill, Sausalito, Santa Barbara. At a UCSF fundraiser, Sophia wore a sapphire bracelet Vikram had given her, its pendant catching the light. That's stunning, Sarachin said. New. Just a trinket, Sophia lied. James noticed too. I haven't seen that before, he said, his tone probing. Across the room, Vikram watched, anxiety coiling. The bracelet was a crack in their armor. Ariv, Vikram's roommate, saw a late-night text from us. Who's that? He teased. Someone marry? Vikram's silence confirmed it. The most damning evidence came from Sophia's credit card. $20,000 in purchases tied to Vikram, from suits to the Rolex. A private investigator, hired by a suspicious James, was already tracking them, his photos piling up. Sophia and Vikram had appeared in a restaurant, entering the apartment. Each mistake was a thread, weaving a net around them. The affair bled into their lives. During a routine tumor resection, Sophia froze, her scalpel hovering. Dr. Bennett? Her resident prompted. She recovered, but the lapse was unprecedented. She'd been texting Vikram, their evening plans clouding her focus. Sarah cornered her in the lounge. You're not yourself. Your hands shook in rounds. What's going on? Just tired, Sophia snapped. Vikram faltered too, missing a critical budget deadline, his desk a mess. At home, James grew vocal. You were distracted at the partners' dinner, he said. These are my biggest clients. Sophia barely heard him, her mind on Vikram. Their emotional dependence deepened, but so did tension. Vikram grew possessive when Sophia attended galas with James. You'll smile for the cameras, his perfect wife, he said bitterly. That's not me, Sophia insisted, but the rift grew. The affair was no longer an escape. It was a cage, and the walls were closing in. The end came swiftly. James, searching Sophia's desk for a document, found a Santa Barbara hotel receipt from a weekend she'd claimed was a conference. A credit card check revealed a $400 dinner for two. He hired Michael Dawson, a private investigator, who delivered a file of photos. Sophia and Vikram at the apartment, on a beach, in a hotel lobby. At UCSF, Dr. Kumar received an anonymous package, photos and a timeline of the affair, sent to the ethics committee. Vikram opened an email. End it, or these go to UCSF and your family. Attached were images of him and Sophia. On June 8th, James confronted Sophia in their Pacific Heights kitchen, a photo of her and Vikram on the counter. Try again, he said when she claimed a morning jog. Her denials collapsed. How long? James demanded. Months, she admitted, downplaying it. It's just physical. James's laugh was icy. You've moved half your life to that apartment. His terms were brutal. End it, transfer Vikram, start counseling, or he'd file for divorce, citing adultery publicly, and report her to UCSF. I'll ruin you both, he vowed, mentioning Vikram's visa. Sophia was cornered. On June 9th, Sophia and Vikram met at the Nob Hill apartment to end it. Sophia, drained from ethics committee interrogations, was resolute. James had moved to the guest room, his silence a guillotine. Vikram, reeling from a call about his job, was unraveling. They're investigating me, he said, pacing. My career's on the line. Sophia sat, clinical. We end this now. I'll help you find another job. We made a mistake. A mistake. Vikram snapped. You said you loved me. Be realistic, Sophia countered. James will destroy us. Your visa, so you choose him. Vikram cut in, his voice raw. I was just a game to you, the naive immigrant. I risked everything. Sophia shouted. She stood to leave, but Vikram blocked her, desperate. We can fix this. Let go, she said, pulling away. Their argument was a volcano, years of unspoken truths erupting. Forensic evidence told the story. A push, a stumble. Sophia fell, the glass coffee table shattering. A shard severed her femoral artery, blood pulsing with each heartbeat. Vikram, trained in emergencies, tried to stem the flow, his hands slick as he called 911. Please, she's bleeding out, he begged. Sophia's last words barely audible. I didn't mean for this. Paramedics arrived at 8:14 p.m., but Dr. Sophia Bennett, the surgeon who defied death daily, was gone. Vikram sat beside her, blood-soaked, whispering her name. Police found a scene of unintended horror. As Detective Lopez noted, No one planned this, but intent doesn't bring her back. The apartment, once their paradise, was now a crime scene, its walls holding the echoes of a love that burned too bright. Vikram Patel faced manslaughter charges, his defense claiming an accident, prosecutors alleging reckless desperation. Deportation loomed, his visa under scrutiny. His family, learning of the affair, disowned him, their shame absolute. James Thornton sold the Pacific Heights mansion, retreating to obscurity. UCSF revised its ethics policies, and Sophia's colleagues mourned a genius lost. She was a comet, Sarah Chun said at her memorial, burning bright but gone too soon. San Francisco's elite whispered about the scandal, their perfect world tarnished. The case left scars, a reminder that love, unchecked, can destroy as much as it creates. This tragedy asks us, what drives us to risk everything for love? Was it passion, rebellion, or a cry to be seen? Sophia and Vikram, bound by brilliance and burdened by expectations, build a world that couldn't last. Their story is a mirror, reflecting the cost of living for others' approval. Share your thoughts below. Could they have chosen differently? If this case gripped you, like and subscribe for more true crime deep dives. Next, we explore a chilling vanishing in Denver that stumped detectives. Hit the bell, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next case. This is True Crime Vault HQ, signing off.